Now, shipments from Sri Lanka are taking up to 3 times longer to reach Singapore, slowed by domestic delays. However, market watchers say the election of a new president is expected to jumpstart economic recovery and improve trade flows. Michelle Teo reports.
Ceylon spices are commonly used in local dishes. These imports used to take about 2 weeks to reach Singapore. Now takes at least 6 weeks.
We have situations where our stock is ready in an estate in the middle of the country, but they've spent weeks trying to just transport, whether it's kilos of tea or cinnamon out from these farms just to the factories for them to be packed and then sent out here. And then further down along the chain as well, it's been very difficult from the shipping side and also for us to be able to then get it out here. So the biggest issue is the significant delays and the low productivity going on there as a result.
The logistical nightmare might be over soon. A regime change in Sri Lanka is breathing new hope for firms. Importers say that Colombo port is functioning well because the labour force has returned and is well staffed. This helped to keep the flow of goods smooth as they face changes in their port operations.
That there are a few new requirements which have been imposed since June this year by the port authorities, which requires carriers calling their country ports to pay all the dues in US dollars rather than the local currency. And we also notice a general decline in the import volumes due to the high taxation being imposed on certain commodities. But this is again in view of the foreign exchange crisis.
Market watchers say political stability is expected to accelerate economic recovery over the next few months, and the long-term fundamental prospects of the market remain sound.
This is a low point entry into Sri Lankan market because of the economics and areas like energy, pharmaceuticals. If you invest today, your investment is going to be at a very lower level, and it will bring a lot of value and a lot of returns in the medium to long term. Not only these kind of industries, even industries like agriculture and pottery, because if you invest in these can also be a source of contingency for Singapore to safeguard food security for Singaporeans.
Both countries have a bilateral free trade agreement which reduces tariffs for imports. Sri Lanka was also a key provider of personal protective equipment to Singapore during the pandemic, which helped to push the value of its exports to nearly 130 million Singapore dollars in 2020.